This video is not intended for children. Viewer discretion is advised.
If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you.
Greetings, one and all, and welcome to the Week in Review on Mornings of Mischief. I am your host, Stone Loki, and with me today is the one, the only, the Rooster in the hen house, Dave Bob. How are you doing, brother?
Good morning, Val. How are y'all doing this morning? This may be my very last broadcast ever.
What do you mean?
Well, it's just getting too much for this old rooster.
No.
Just kidding. It's April 1st.
April Fools, everybody. You know, I thought about doing that. I really did. It's going to be the last morning show ever. No more morning shows. I got you. Thought about that last night. I forgot about it this morning. What a way to start the day. Scaring the shit out of us. Dave Bob. Tell you he's not scaring the shit out of us. So Disney and their push for their push for political ideology inserted into entertainment. That's not a joke. That's actually happening.
Nope. I'll tell you what, Disney has got to where the lunatics are running the asylum over there. From the executives on down, they've lost their freaking minds.
Kind of like Will Smith slapping the shit out of Chris Rock at the Oscars.
Yeah. That, was, I don't know. If a man just stands there and takes a slap in the face like that, I think it may have been staged. I don't think, I would have done it.
So, have you heard about Disney pulling an episode of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier and editing it?
Yep. Heard a little something about that. Some kind of scene in there. And then I saw that, we're not really going to do that. That was a mistake. They got caught in there.
They censored two of the most violent scenes in the series out, and then it got caught, like you said, and now they promised to restore the episode's original cut.
Well, that right there proves to you that you'll never be sure that what you're watching hasn't been edited.
Very much like Mermaid, or what was it? Splash.
Yeah.
Where you got the furry butt. Hairy butt. It's almost like they like digitally put a furry towel around her.
That was pretty horrible looking.
How do you know?
Look like a Bigfoot butt.
How do you know that what you're watching is actually the real deal or something that has been set up?
Physical media, physical copy. It's the only way you know.
There was, it's not like we haven't seen them edit stuff before. I remember seeing remember seeing Aliens on Showtime, and there was this scene where Ripley's sitting down and Burke's talking to her about her daughter, and it's like, we never got that. And then I found out, oh, well, that was like a Showtime exclusive where they added extra footage. Wasn't in the theater. But to alter a film from its original state without telling you, that seems kind of crazy.
Yeah. Well, it on television, just on broadcast television, they always do that. They're always shortened. They run it faster and everything just to try to make their time limits and keep all the commercials in there. And that's been, a practice for God knows how long.
Today, Outlaw says E.T. and removing the guns.
Oh, yeah.
And Loki Wolf Whisperer says, I recently watched Moon Knight episode 1 and it nearly sent me to sleep. It was so boring. I have been told nothing but good things so far until now. Everybody keeps telling me to watch it.
Well, I'm not gonna do any kind of advertisement for anything from Disney anymore.
Nope.
It's just they've
Snorted
gone
Poop
too far down a dark path.
Snorted Poop Skewer says, I don't see what the problem is. I have a furry butt. And Six, good morning, Six. How are you doing? Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Arwen, Daryl the Derelict, Isaj Melody, Six, Southern Viking, Keely Chow, Dr. Dragon. Good morning, everybody. Good morning to the mods, the wrenches of Ragnarok. Arwen Avalon, the lady Arwen Avalon. Good morning, everybody. Brandon, the anime guy. Good morning. Brandon, Looney Tunes fan 2000. How are you doing? Good morning, everybody. Project Storytime says first with a medal. But yeah, Disney claims this was an accident. They're calling this an oops. And they're promising to restore it. Oh, sorry guys, I yawned. Crap. That's not normal. It's only, 8:08 in the morning.
Yeah, a lot of crap going on this week.
Jim Carrey is going after Will Smith for the slap heard around the world, saying he should have been arrested for assaulting Chris Rock at the Academy Awards.
Well, I don't know about that. Like I said, I think that was kind of something just to spice everything up. I may be wrong, but I have been wrong, and I will admit it if I am. What about our buddy Ezra Miller?
Oh, so Ezra Miller gets arrested the other day in Hawaii for going off on people that were singing karaoke, right? Then he finds the couple that got him arrested and threatens to kill them in their home after he's out on bond.
Yep, and steals a bunch of their stuff, supposedly, allegedly.
God knows why. Just to show that he can.
Honestly, I think he's a little unhinged. I think he is literally. He has got some kind of, I don't know, emotional, psychological problems, because you don't do that kind of stuff. Normal people don't do that.
No.
And
Oh, 6 is angry. 6 is angry. She's angry. Ezra Miller. Oh.
He's killing the whole DC lineup with his antics. I mean, now they're saying they're not going to be, putting that story out until way later, and they're going to have to cut a bunch of stuff in some of the movies because his movie was supposed to be first, and it was supposed to set up a bunch of the stuff that's coming in the other.
Yeah, they've got to do the Flash one first.
Yep. But if they don't, it's gonna really just mess them up big time. Project
Storytime says, in fairness, I've wanted to get back at people for terrible karaoke. I understand. Ezra Miller gets special treatment because he tongue punches the right people. Oh, yes. Assholes. Yep. Yes. Buttholes. Yep. Oh, yeah. Yep. I'm right there with you.
Chokes out people. He gets away with it. I don't think he ever suffered any consequences on that one.
It's funny. No, he didn't. He comes out and talks about how horrible we all are. We as people all are. We're scum. We're horrible. We're ists. We're obes. We're Yahtzees. Anyone taking a stand against anything Hollywood's pushing out, we're horrible people. They insist on being referred to as they instead of he, him, her, she, anything like that. They insist on being dubbed they when they treat people like complete and total shit.
Yep. Honestly, I don't.
Choking. I want to tell you something. Choking, that takes that to a whole nother level. You have no idea when it's choking, asphyxiation, that's attempted murder.
Yep.
That's a totally different fucking deal when you choke someone. When you put your hand around their neck, that is way beyond punching.
Well, that's assault in the first degree at the very least.
So that takes it to a whole different level. They're not going to charge him like that.
They ought to. I mean, it's his. Like I said, his behavior is not normal, and
no, it's not.
I have no idea why they keep him around. I'll tell you what, DC really needs to kick him to the curb.
Yeah, attempted murder of a pregnant woman should be against 2 people. Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely right. Does it even occur to the morons at the WB that they have included the widely popular Grant Gustin as the Flash instead of this mental man boy? No, and from what I heard, Grant doesn't even want to keep doing what he's doing. He's just waiting for his contract to run out. He doesn't want to be the Flash anymore. He's tired of it. He's sick of it.
I'm sure he's probably tired of all the woke wankers that are riding that thing into the ground. He's not even the star of the show anymore. You know that it's we are Team Flash. We are the Flash. It's not. He's not the Flash.
No, absolutely not. No, absolutely not. Loki Wolf is Spurs. Cringy as CW is, Grant Gustin Flash is better. It is. I loved the first 2 seasons. I detest the 3rd season because that's when it started to go bad. Everything gets worse after that. But they had 2 wonderful kick-ass seasons. Yep, I just wish they'd have kept going. I really do. Because that was great. But there were people that knew Iris was going to turn into this monster she's become. And there were people that saw that coming from the very beginning, that didn't like her, that said, no, she's going to be the downfall of the series. She's going to do this, and that. I'm like, there's no way they would ever green like that. And that's exactly what they did. I loved Run Barry. Run. And just the music and the badassness and the let's go beyond what we can do and do something extraordinary. As a wise man once said, Excelsior.
Well, it really pained me, the first few seasons of like Arrow and stuff like that, I enjoyed. And then, but
he's still under contract, Dean. What were you going to say, Dave Bob?
I said, we can't have nice things anymore.
He could break his contract, but he would forfeit any money he's made since that contract started. And they'd have the ability to sue him for losses.
Pat S., the best Flash of all. Flash. Ah.
Savior of the universe. Dun 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 dun. What a soundtrack by Queen. What a soundtrack by Queen for Flash Gordon. Gordon's alive.
That movie, boy, I tell you, they'll never top that for pure enjoyable camp.
No, they won't. And the Ming, man, Ming was just awesome.
Yep.
Who didn't want to be Ming? Hail Ming. That Ming is a psycho. Who said that? The Earthman. Oh my God.
A little bit of sad news this week. Bruce Willis is retiring.
So, maybe it might have been a year ago. I got a message and said, "Hey, the reason why Bruce Willis is doing all these shitty movies lately is because he's not all there. He doesn't understand what they're telling him to do, and he's just like acting. He thinks he's doing a good job, but he doesn't realize what shit movies he's in."
Nope.
And I was like, "Damn, dude!" And I didn't want to badmouth him because I have a lot of respect for Bruce Willis. I love Die Hard movies. Yep. They are Christmas movies. You get into the why and the where for it all. And there were rumors going around for last year that he was not mentally all up there.
Yeah, you could actually watch the movie and tell that. I mean, his cadence and his rhythm and everything when he was talking, you could tell he just what wasn't right. He wasn't all there. But he gave us a lot of good stuff before, so I'm just, sorry to see that happen to him because he's not that old of a guy.
And good morning to Darth Arlena. Good morning. She says, "Good morning, Valhalla." Southern Viking says Governor DeSantis is calling for an end to Disney special privileges. Good. So there was an agreement. And this agreement, I think, was like 50 years ago now. When they started the development process of bringing Disney to Florida. And they got a lot of special treatment because of that. Yeah. Well, they've been there for however long they've been there now. 40 years.
A long time.
A long time. There's no reason to continue to give it to them, especially the way they're acting. So.
The bad part about it is you have so many of the so-called actors attacking it, and they keep calling it, don't say gay. That has absolutely nothing to do with it. It's just about parents having the right to not have their children exposed to things that they shouldn't be exposed to. I'll just go ahead and say it.
Pat S says, not going to lie, I was kind of hoping there would be a Moonlighting reunion TV movie before everyone retired.
That was one of my favorite shows back in the 80s and early 90s. That was one of my favorite shows.
I remember hearing about like Die Hard that people weren't convinced he could be in an action movie. That's crazy to think that one time people were not convinced that Bruce Willis could be in an action movie.
Well, you knew Mexican Iron Man would have to chime in about the Flash.
Of course he would. All the chaos around the Flash is further evidence that the Flash is the worst superhero ever. Runs fast. Please, Team Speedy Gonzalez. Mexican Iron Man with a $5 super chat. Thank you so very much, Mexican Iron Man, for your super chat. You guys keep the fires burning bright here in Valhalla. And this is Mexican Iron Man on a hill drinking Fanta. Skol! Refreshing Fanta. Wanna Fanta, wanna Fanta, dun 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 dun. Shellback TJC with a $5 super chat. The woke want to burn it all down. Let's fight fire with fire and burn them down. Skol, you want something burned down? Shellback, ask and thou shalt receive. We'll burn the whole fucking village down this morning. Skol! Dr. Dragon comments, Loki, the only reason actors and actresses have to continue the virtual signal Lord of the Bill bullshit, because that's how they get new job. That's the new Hollywood way. Of course it is. Of course it is. And Edadega Outlaw saying, watching libs of TikTok, it seems many of these teachers use these kids as their therapist, talking to the kids as a way to make themselves feel validated or good about their horrible lives. That is why you get the self-insert fiction. The fan fiction that you've been getting in Star Trek, Star Wars, and these other IPs. This is why. They insert themselves into the show as a way to validate themselves and a way to build a show around their own imaginary bullshit. When it's already been established, it's already been written. We're going to change it all because we feel the need to insert ourselves into all this bullshit.
There are so many people nowadays that can't take any kind of criticism or any kind of picking or anything. I mean, grow some, well, I ain't going to say that, but get a thicker skin. Yeah. Get a thicker skin. I mean, you can't go through your whole life with your fifis getting hurt all the time. And that's pretty much the way it always is. Like Will Smith, he got his little fifis hurt when William Shatner said something mean to him, and it just, God, kid, grow up, be a man.
Oh, you could say the same thing about all this shit with Chris Rock and Will Smith.
Yep.
Grow up and be a fucking man. His significant other looked at him like, what are you going to do about that? And he went up and did something about it.
Yeah, he's cooked. There ain't no two ways about it.
Well, see, one of the things that I have not seen anybody talk about concerning that is the fact that in 2016, they all got together and Chris Rock said, I'm going to go after Jada. And there's no offense. She's boycotting the Oscars this year. So I'm going to run my mouth. And they all gave their blessing and said, hey, it's all good. So if they've been in that kind of agreement before, there's nothing that says they couldn't do that again.
Well, it looked to me like he actually was laughing about it until he got the look from Jada.
Yep. So Mansquatch says, Will Wheaton walks into a bar, then gets thrown out. Only adults are allowed in bars. That's right.
Shut up, Wesley.
Shut up, Wesley. Wesley recently came out against William Shatner, too, and said William Shatner was mean to him when he met him on the set of Star Trek.
Got his
No one
feet
cares.
hurt.
No one cares, Will.
Oh, he loves playing the victim. That's one thing Will Smith, every time he gets a chance, he's going to play the victim.
So, Will Wheaton, we don't care.
I mean,
we don't care if Shatner was mean to you. We don't care if you got laughed at on a set. We don't care that you're small and tiny. No one wants anything to do with you. We don't care that you look like a pecker with a beard. We don't give a shit.
He has a small pee-pee.
So, so we don't care. If you want to see here what Nickelodeon does to child actors, watch ROTC interview with a would-have-been child actress. It's disgusting what Hollywood does.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Same thing with Disney. You know, all those young Disney stars.
Well, Dagan and I were talking about that last night. Dagan, guys, if you missed that, that was one hell of a show. YouTube is silencing that episode of 7 Kinds of Mischief. They are blocking it. They don't want anybody to see it. They don't want it viewed. It's a shame, too, because it's one of me and Adaga's quicker but better episodes. We really went back and forth for a good 30 minutes about what's going on.
Yep, and it was very informative.
And yeah, Darth Arlena, absolutely. Shatner's like 90 years old. He has no fucks to give anymore. Absolutely. Yep.
He's the same age my father, would have been if my father was still alive. He was born in 1931. He's seen a lot of stuff.
MB Geek, let's talk. With a $5 super chat says, Disney, you can survive a few employees leaving. You cannot survive customers not coming in. Parents put kids over politics. That's right.
100%.
They will put their children over politics every time. Thank you so very much, MB Geek. Let's talk for that $5 super chat. You guys keep the fires burning bright here in Valhalla, and this one's just for you, brother. Skol!
Long live the fighters!
Project Storytime says, Wheaton has been telling that story for years. I'm more confused by that. Will Wheaton wrote a memoir. Who's going to care about that crap? I don't know. Somebody might.
That's the only reason it's coming up again is because of that book he's supposedly, trying to promote.
Darius Munchausen, I believe it's blocked in 3 different countries, and it's got like 55 views. Usually we got more than that. And it was a good show. We had more people there than we normally do live, so it makes little sense. I've been done trying to figure out what YouTube likes and what YouTube doesn't like. We're just gonna roll with what we do, and that's gonna be that.
Look what Pat S says.
And 6, women always let things go immediately. Pat S. Had my sister watch you and Dadega's show last night. Happy to say she's not bringing the girls to Disney this summer. One win at a time. Absolutely.
Yep.
Magtech Mads. Loki. Reportedly, Disney Plus audiences that have kids is less than 50%. Who's Disney catering to exactly? That's a really good question. Who are they catering to? What is it that they're doing? And so far, we've seen that this whole thing is coming out of California. These choices and these all this resentment is coming out of California. Chapek needs to tighten his shit up and be like, look, we are an entertainment company. This is not our purview, but he's going to do whatever they tell him to do and whatever the board wants him to do. And
well, the execs, with that leaked memo about what their plans are, I mean, that just tells you right there that's an evil corporation there. They're evil.
Shooter 8323 with a $9.95 super chat says, wish I could spread the wealth. Hell, you did. Thank you so very much for your super chat. You guys keep the fires burning bright here in Valhalla. And Shooter, this one is just for you, brother. Skull!
Spartans! What is your profession?
MB Geek Let's Talk says, damn, Loki knows me so well. He knows which skulls I love. Long live the fighters, and we are the fighters. That's right.
Yep.
That's right. Speaker of the Dead, how are you doing? He says, just got here. Sorry for being late. Hello, everyone. Hello. Hello, Speaker. How are you doing? Speaker, we're going to get together at some point and do a talk about the fall of Star Trek and what exactly happened and how this came about. At some point, I think we're going to get together with a panel and talk about Star Trek. Darius Munchausen says, Streisand effect, Loki. The more they try to block your show, the more we want to watch it. VPN. That's right. Absolutely. Fat Steven Seagal, good morning, you fat bastard. Says, thank you for your fat chat. Oh, God.
There was a disturbance in the gravity force. I felt
I could feel it. It's like when you see the T-Rex showing up in Jurassic Park. Boom, boom, boom. Holy shit. My drinks. Yeah, you see the butterfly effect in my drink. Star Wars Theology with a $5 super chat. Why your show is being blocked, Loki? Keep the good work. I will see you in the ICC at Tennessee. Hell yes, brother. End of next month. Skull, may the force be with you always. Thank you so much. Star Wars Theology. You guys keep the fires burning bright here in Valhalla. And this one is just for you, brother. Skull! Gap Stargate asks, what movie is that from? A dollar bill? Oh, the
Million
dollar
Ways
bill.
to Die in the West.
Yep. A Million Ways to Die in the West. Watch the unedited version. It's funnier.
Yep. And also, Loki, today is the 1st, so it's the end of this month.
Oh, yeah. It is the end of this month now, isn't it? Loki got blocked. Super chat. Disney equals umbrella. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Fuck Disney. They don't like what I have to say. Fuck them. I don't really care.
I saw a leaked trailer supposedly for Kenobi that was on the internet.
People used to look at churches and community for spiritual support, corporations for basic needs, and government for leadership. Now people look to corporations for everything. It's sick and twisted. Do you think that's because corporations have started to kind of get their hands in everything? I mean, just look at like Walmart. You go to Walmart for everything. You can go to Walmart and get anything. Can't get pets though anymore. Have you noticed that? All the tanks, all like the fish tanks and all the shit they used to have for pets, that's all gone. They still have pet supplies, but it's like everything you could do to buy a pet at Walmart, all that shit's gone. Darth Arlena with a $5 super chat says, never been to Disney World, couldn't afford it for 3 kids. Now I can, but don't care. Love the Spartan 300 SC you just did. Reminds me of the core. Absolutely, Darth Arlena. Thank you so very much for your super chat. You guys keep the fires burning bright here in Valhalla. And this one is just for you, Darth Arlena. Skull!
And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brother.
Mansquatch says Amazon is replacing Walmart, so Walmart, being smart, is going online. In 15 years, Walmart will just be online. That'd be crazy. Can you imagine that? The Supercenter Walmart's just gone. I can't imagine that. I cannot imagine that. And I think that would be a huge, huge mistake for Walmart.
Yeah. Hopefully people realize that, you can't get everything from Amazon. I guess technically you could, but there's a lot of times you need something right now, and unless they can get a lot quicker, delivery, that's not happening.
No. There was a resurgence. This was obviously before the coup. I don't know if it's still there or not. There was a video store near where I lived in Missouri, and they had made a comeback after Blockbuster and Hollywood and all those companies went out of business because nobody needed them anymore. You used to have a Blockbuster on every corner, and now they're all gone. Can you imagine Walmart just disappearing one day because you just don't need them anymore? Who would go to Walmart when Amazon, Walmart, and Target will deliver in 20 minutes? I would. But that's just me. I like going into the store. I like looking for things that I didn't go to the store for. A
lot of times I'll buy stuff that I didn't walk in the store particularly to get that, but I see something catches my interest and I'll buy it. I mean, I like the experience of, shopping, but I am a guy, I generally just like to go right in there and get what I want, but I get distracted along the way a lot of times.
Mark the Infinitely Tired asks for the sky horn.
Oh, Mike, cover your ears.
And all right, brother, ask and thou shalt receive. Skull! Hopefully that's the one you wanted, not the 10-minute version. Thank you so very much, Mark, for that $9.99 super chat, brother. Thank you. Oh, shit. The cyberpunk future is now, and it's not as cool as when we got to play in it without living in it. That's right.
Yep. Ain't nothing as cool as it was.
Chris Fergia, sorry, but I'm a fussy shopper. Let's get into this real quick. I want to get into this, and I want to stick with this for a minute. I like to pick my fruits. Absolutely. I'm the same way. Vegetables, yes, and cuts of meat, yes, as well as try my clothes before I purchase them. Absolutely. See, this is what I'm talking about. And not just that, but like I'll wander off and I'll end up in like the electronics section looking at toys, looking at vinyl, looking at movies, looking at games, looking at all kinds of stuff. So I want to look for my own stuff.
Well, especially with the fresh fruits and cuts of meat, that type of stuff. I mean, you just can't let somebody pick that out for you because 90% of the time they're just going to grab the first thing they see.
And Magitech Mags with a $5 super chat says, toxic masculinity or femininity, if you please. Ask and thou shalt receive, Maddox. This one is just for you, coming in from the vault. Skull! Shooter 8323 says, if I give you a super chat at 1999 Australia, will you give me something from the Goonies? I don't have anything from the Goonies. Sorry, brother. I could make something from the Goonies, but that'll take more than a minute. Pat S says, I won't buy meat from Walmart. That is what Rouse's meat department is for day, Bob. I get mine from HEB. They've got a good Wagyu beef selection at HEB.
I like Brookshire's. I buy a lot of the stuff from there. Sometimes I go to Kroger.
Dean Krantz says, speaking as a man that is discerning, I buy meat from local butcher. When in season, I drive to local fruit veg stand and support local farmers. Amazon and Walmart have made me avoid crap. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. If you can go to a farmer's market, that is definitely the place to get your vegetables. No doubt.
Daryl the Derelict says Walmart stores can't go away. See, this is what I'm talking about here. They are getting a killer vinyl selection that continues to grow. It's like having Sound Warehouse again. I like the vinyl selection I'm getting at Walmart, and they have special vinyls. Target does too, but their selection is a lot smaller. So, and Amazon doesn't have custom Amazon only vinyls. They can get the colored vinyls from Walmart and Target, but they're like twice as expensive. Best Buy's getting some good shit too. I've noticed Best Buy's kind of got their vinyl selection growing a little bit. Guys, if you want to collect vinyl, now is the time. It is the best time to start a vinyl collection. Nearsighted Cyclops says, I cheat. I grow my own food.
Yep, that's another good one. And also, I used to, years ago, back probably 25, 30 years ago, I would go in with somebody and buy half a beef, and we would split it, and I'd have meat for a whole year.
Yeah, absolutely. Mansquatch brings up something interesting. When you consider self-drive truck and drone delivery, I'd bet they can build depots in the places to deliver to everywhere in one day. Most of everything I order off of Amazon now, I can get same day delivery or next day because there's an Amazon depot like 5 miles from where I live.
Yeah, they're about to open up one here in Shreveport, which is only a little ways from where I live, so it's going to get a lot quicker for mine too.
Shellback TJC says, I would like to hunt my own meat.
Yep, I do that too. I usually kill at least one, usually 2 deer every year.
And X-Wing, good morning, my friend. How are you doing, brother?
Like a panther.
Like a panther. Shit, Pop says, find local farms, farmer market, and buy local. Yes, absolutely. Instead of giving it to the big corps. So I'd say I do 90% of my food shopping at HEB. I won't go to Walmart. I'll go to an actual supermarket.
Yeah, whenever I would live down in Houston, that was my choice place to go, was HEB.
Oh, I like their milk better too. Their milk's a lot better. It's got like a creamy taste to it.
I remember when I was a kid, we had a dairy farm that was pretty close, and my mom used to go over there and get whole milk. I'm talking fresh off the cow. Had the cream in it. You talk about creamy. Whew.
Shooter 8323 with a 1999 Australian super chat. I do not have. You're gonna have to give me a minute. I don't even know. I'll do the flubber scene. Yeah, go ahead, J-Bob.
Oh, that's what I was just gonna say. You know, just is that when I was growing up, you know, you were a lot closer to your food sources than you are now. And like I said, I like to hunt, and here in the next year or two, I'm going to try with my sons. I got both of my sons. We're going to try to book a hunt somewhere, either in Montana or maybe Colorado, and try to get an elk. That's one thing I had always wanted to do, was try to get me about a 6x elk. Would love to get an elk.
Hell yes. Big rack.
Oh yeah.
Elk.
Plus, that's a lot of meat.
Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah. We'll see if we can't get you a Goonies skull shooter. Give me just a minute. Let me see what I can do. Can I do it that fast?
If anybody can do it, Sparta can.
Yeah. That's if all the files are in the right place. I hope they are, because if not, that's going to be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, Psychodwarf wants to hunt a buffalo. Yeah,
Buffalo, Tatanka, Tatanka,
yeah. Tatanka,
Babanta, Tatanka,
Tatanka. I would actually love to
baby banta.
Hunt a moose too, because you know those things have a lot of meat.
The baby banta.
Yeah, Snortopoopas. That's what she said. That's a lot of meat.
That's a lot of meat.
Yep, would love to hunt some caribou too. Yep.
Oh, it is there. Check that out. Oh, this is the like a bantha one. That's the last one I did. Was like a bantha one. Really, yeah. All right. Like a bantha.
They actually have a crossbreed. They call it a beefalo. And I've had that. Of course, I have had just regular bison, but of course, I'm from Louisiana. I've eaten just about everything. I've eaten cougar before. I've eaten bear.
I bet you have.
Catamount. I didn't think we were going there, but there we went.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh, Pat. Pat wants to go hunting Snortopoop.
No, we can't hunt Snortopoop. Excuse me.
I have eaten black bear too. Yeah. The only thing I will not eat is a damn possum. Those are some of the nastiest critters on earth.
That bad, huh?
Well, I'll put it this way. One time I was walking through the woods and I came up on a dead cow. And there was a big hole, and all of a sudden I looked down there and a possum poked his head out of that hole in the cow and just grinned at me. He'd been sitting there eating that old dead cow, and that thing probably had been dead a month. I mean, it was, ugh.
Yeah. Bear, yeah, no.
No, I haven't eaten a nutria, but I hear that it is good, Mark. They say that it's, very tasty. It's one thing I haven't eaten. Yep, bear is very greasy, and so is raccoon.
All right, let us see if this is gonna work. Where are you? There you are. It should work. It should work. Thank you, everyone, for your patience while we've been talking about shooting things and eating things. Shooter 8323, this one is just for you, brother. Thank you so very much for that 19.99 Australian super chat. You absolutely rock, brother. Skull! There you go. I'll make a better one later. But there's your truffle shuffle. Eat more possum. I thought for a minute there, I thought that was eat more something else.
More cougar?
Cougar. I've eaten octopus, very chewy.
Yeah. DJ, yes, I have eaten some snapping turtle.
Snapping turtle.
Good to the last drop, especially the turtle soup.
The truffle shuffle skull, yes. Oh God, I've heard baby alligator tail's good.
Oh yeah, well, not baby alligator tail, just alligator tail. Period. That's really is something. Everybody that I know, and I always thought it tastes a lot like just chicken.
Tastes like chicken.
I think chicken, is pretty much the go-to with everything.
And Shellback TJC is like, no eating turtle. No. Brandon Looney Tunes fan 2000 says, Dave Bob, I love your Foghorn Leghorn profile. That is your favorite Looney Tunes character?
Of course. Yep.
There you go. Yeah. There is your confirmation, Brandon Looney Tunes fan, that Foghorn Leghorn is Dave Bob's favorite. My favorite is Marvin the Martian. I love Marvin. Second follow-up to that would be Taz. Because, you got to be kind of crazy to do a morning show like this every single weekday. Blah, blah, yeah. Yeah.
Yep. My 333 whatever space modulator, where is it?
Captain Trek says turtle soup with a $2 super chat. Thank you so very much, Captain Trek. This one is just for you. Probably everybody in here has been waiting for this one because we shoot it off at least once a day. But this time it's just for you, Captain Trek. Skull!
A dollar? I've never seen a dollar. Nobody's got a dollar. Let us see the dollar. There it is. It's beautiful. Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill.
Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill. Shooter 8323 says, Daffy Duck, you're despicable. He's got a list.
Dodgers in the 24th and a half century.
That's right. Where's the kaboom? The earth-shattering kaboom.
Yeah, Chris and Dean both got that one.
Wow, Mark the Infinitely Tired. When I was a kid, we used to shoot robins and cook them over a fire in the woods.
Yep, been there, done that. Very, very big breasts. Robins have very big breasts.
I just can't see eating a pigeon. I can see eating the breast of a chicken, but not a pigeon. Something like that. I just, I don't know. It's like eating caught out in the egg or caught out in the wild eggs. I'm just like, no, you don't crack open an egg out in the wild. No. Now, if you find some like chicken coop eggs, that's one thing. You find like a bird nest out in the middle of BFE, you don't crack those open and eat those. At least I wouldn't.
Well, I've never done that.
Mm-mm.
Bird eggs are too damn small anyway, for the most part.
Nope. Went for more coffee, came back to eating pigeon. Ew, no. Exactly. That's the way I am now.
Well, heck, I've actually had blackbird pie.
A Daga knows a robin with big breasts. Gave her just the tip. We're out of here, guys. Thank you so very much for being here on this awesome Friday. The week is over. We will be back later tonight with the late show with Mexican Iron Man. Everybody, until then, take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend to enter. And you guys have a absolutely awesome weekend. Later, everybody.
Bye.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.